Hello, hello, hello. Yep, we started early, and we'll talk a little bit about Shed Wars. Um, Shed Wars 21. I'm going to be starting my seeds real soon. Got my Shed Wars shirt. Hey, BTD, how are you? I can't wait to get back over there. You want to come up here? Let me see here. You're more than welcome to come up if you'd like. Hey, Pete. Pete's Little Homestead. How are you tonight? Got my Shed Wars shirt. Ha ha. Whatever. I am. I'm shy. So this year in Shed Wars, we're required to grow one thing in a container. And so I just want to give a small tip on container growing. I know a lot of times I've just gone out and grabbed whatever container I could get and it works. But there are issues and it could be better at some time. So Cajun Hydroponics, how are you? Good to have you here tonight. We're talking about container garden because this year in Shed Wars you have to have one container, something in a container. Um, so I recommend getting at least a 5-gallon bucket, um, putting some sort of gravel in the bottom of that bucket. Um, and I wouldn't go out and buy anything. I'd just go collect whatever you could get, either out in your driveway, neighbor's driveway. Hi, Bob and Bonnie. How are you? And put about an inch or two of gravel in the bottom of that, and then get another pot, something with holes in it. Now, if you're going to start your container inside, don't drill any holes in your 5-gallon bucket. If you're going to leave it outside, I still wouldn't drill any holes, and I'll tell you why when I get to the end of my explanation. Hi, Kenneth. How are you, bud? So, after you get the rocks in the bottom of your bucket, put another container in there, like a just a cheap plastic container. And if you don't have one, put layers of cardboard. Now, don't just put a solid piece of cardboard down in there. Tear it up into pieces so there's a lot of cracks and stuff. And the downside to using cardboard over the plastic is over a few years, you're probably going to have to replace that cardboard. Then fill that up with all of your good oh no, before you do that, take decomposing logs, small sticks, about 2 to 3 inch diameter. Put those down in the bottom on top of that cardboard or inside that container, and then fill it up with dirt. Now you can plant your seed in there, and it's going to have plenty of. You can have worms too, which is good, but it's going to have plenty of air. It's going to have plenty of water. It's going to feed from the bottom up, which is the best way to feed your plants. And I've had a lot of success with it. So that's my tip for container gardening. Now you can go out and just grow in a cardboard box or in a trash can or whatever you can find. If you put soil in there and you nurture it, it's probably going to grow. But if you want some really good results in a container, the reason you put that second layer is when the roots go down, you don't want those roots to just get saturated in that water down there, because when you water it, you only have to water it about once a week, probably about a gallon. And you'll see when the soil dries up, because it'll wick from the bottom up. And you have English ivy growing inside a container. Very cool. Yeah, I looked up English ivy last time you mentioned that. I think it's a really nice looking ivy. I don't have English ivy, but
we have lots of plants though, all over.
Yeah, we got a lot of plants all over. She's got
Not
a green
so
thumb.
much in here because we don't have a lot of light, but
Cindy, how are you tonight?
Cindy.
So take a little bit of time, spend that extra bit of care, and every once in a while I'll get some sort of rotten water or rainwater or something that's collected, and I'll pour that in there, and all that's going to build up and also feed your plant. So it's a good way to grow inside. Now, if you do it, if you set it outside, and you don't have holes drilled in your 5-gallon bucket, it's going to fill up and flood out your whatever you're growing. So you're going to want to put some sort of a top on it, covering the soil. Now, a little bit might get in where the whatever's growing up is coming out, but not enough that it's really going to. You have dragon fruit growing in containers. That's amazing. Is dragon fruit really hard to grow? Or does it just stay that warm down in Louisiana? So I'm gonna drop the link in here. We're going to start doing this on Monday nights for an hour or so. We'll see how everything goes. We're gonna basically bring up one topic. I started a little early just for the container tip, but tonight's topic is going to be holiday, Turkey Day ideas and traditions. And I encourage people to come up here, maybe talk about their traditions that they do, maybe something that they're not going to be able to do this year because of everything that's going on. Maybe things that you've done in the past, or ideas on food, or you have a collection of tumbleweeds. 35 pounds of turkey. Not all in one turkey, I hope. Chicken Johnny. Love that chicken dance.
Oh, that was funny.
We were rolling on the floor, Chicken Johnny. You are one vibrant young fellow.
Hi, John.
Hi, John and Jan. Well, it's probably John. Jan will come in as Mystic. How are you tonight? So I'm going to drop the link in here. Hopefully somebody comes up here and we can talk about a tradition that you have for the holidays. Now, our kids we still do a tradition, but a lot of our kids are grown up now. But I know what we look forward to was usually on Thanksgiving Day, we would go out. They'd have a pheasant release over at Oxbow Lake, which we've done a video on Oxbow Lake. And me and my son would go over there, or some guys and my son and their kids would all go over there and pheasant hunt. And that was a lot of fun every year. And then, not so much on Thanksgiving Day, but here in Ohio, gun week for deer comes in the Monday after Thanksgiving every year. So
orange.
We always look forward to that. Now, I don't turkey hunt. When I can go to a store and buy a turkey for 30 cents a pound or 20 cents a pound, and it cost me $28 for a turkey tag, I'd rather go buy it instead of plucking it and all that work you got to do. I mean, the whole point of being self-sufficient which we have raised, chickens and turkeys and whatever, and I know how to process them. But the whole point of that is to, be more self sufficient. I understand, where your food's coming from, but I do research that before we buy what we buy, and yeah, if I can buy it cheaper than doing it myself, that's the way to go. Kenneth, you are in your third semester. That's awesome. Hi, Matt. You want to come up here and talk about a holiday tradition? I think it'd be great. If not, I've got a list of other things I'll get into. I would rather hear uh, somebody's holiday traditions. Now we're going to. Well, here I got something. We've been doing this for years. Anybody know what this is? And does anybody know how to pronounce the maker of this marinade? Now this one's butter and jalapeno. But usually we use butter and garlic, and we'll inject the turkey. Now I know probably, oh man, 20 plus years ago, my uncle from Louisiana, Cajun, um, we all met in Tennessee every year. We used to go to Tennessee every year. My dad's from Tennessee, and we went down to Tennessee every year for at least a week, usually through the holidays, whatever. But one year we were down there, and my uncle from Louisiana, who's a chef and also runs a nursery down in Louisiana. Well, he did. Now he's older. But he knew Tony and had the recipe in a jar. And he brought this turkey up and he injected it. And he told us he was going to deep fry this turkey. So I learned how to deep fry turkey probably 25 years. We did it every year for years and years. Now, the key to it is inject it, put one hole in, and go in a lot of different directions, with the same hole. And then massage it into the meat. And then also do a top seasoning too, even though you're going to deep fry it. Now, if you do it into an oil fryer, you want to make sure that
Hi, Ruthie.
Hi, Ruthie. You want to make sure that the oil's not too full in your pan because that's where all the people have issues with it boiling over, catching fire, and you can really get hurt. So just watch your temperature, use a thermometer, make sure that the oil is the proper temperature. And I'm not even I can't, it's 350, 375, but check on your thing. We don't do it anymore, and don't get it any hotter than what it says. It's not going to speed up the process. And it does cook it rather quickly that way. I would use some sort of a peanut oil blend is the cheapest. And if you get a filter and a pump, you can actually save your oil for Christmas, and you can do another one in Christmas, and it really makes your oil go a long way, and it kind of offsets the cost. But we don't do that anymore. We have Sunbeam's electric deep fryer. Has a little smoker box in it. You can put some chips in, and it only smokes for a half hour or so, but that's all you really need anyways. And then it's got a complete circle burner, and it basically, you can do, I did beer can chicken in my deep fryer, but it's electric deep fryer and it's oilless. So it's pretty safe, uh, you know, and the drippings go down into a pan. And sometimes, I'll shove a bowl under there, pour the drippings back on, put the pan back under. It's a really good way to do it. And you don't have to buy oil every year. And you can cook just about anything in there, not just deep fried turkeys, which we still have that whole system, but you can do hams, roasts, anything you can think of.
Yeah.
Chicken wings. You can fill that thing. It's got like a bucket.
We had a lot of fish fries with them.
Oh,
You're
the
talking
deep
about the
fryer.
deep fryer?
The actual deep fryer, yeah, we still use that for our fish
Oh,
fries.
you're talking about the turkey cooker we're using.
The electric one.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, the deep fryer on the stand, we do a lot of like turkey or fish and things like that. All right, I'm putting this in the chat. If anybody'd like to come up, you are more than welcome to come up and talk about a holiday tradition or a food idea that you do in your house or that you aren't able to do this year because of what's going on. If not, I'm going to keep talking. Look at this. This is a tradition, not the blackberry, but ginger ale. We drink ginger ale a lot this time of year. We also got the bold, ginger ale bold, which was really good. It just tastes like ginger ale, only it's a little stronger. But we love our ginger ale. You have a smoker and it's called a pot pipe. Are you going to brine your turkey? I am not going to brine my turkey. I'm going to inject it with butter and jalapeno. And then I'm going to cook it in my electric deep fryer.
Yeah, it's lighted. It's a canvas picture with the light in the cabin window.
Somebody saw that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, now watch this, guys. I'm going to play this on my phone. Hopefully it works. But I'm going to solve the mystery of the Tony Chechers. Shisher Kachakachi. Anybody know how to say that? This is YouTube.
Hey, Mike and Tam.
Turn your same old into Creole with Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning. It brings out the flavor of any food. Use it instead of salt and pepper.
Here, Mom. It's Tony Chachere's. Tony Chachere's.
Whoa! Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning makes everything taste great.
Chachere's. And now you know. Tony Chachere's. Yep, we love it. It's got a sprinkle or injector, and we got the butter jalapeno this year. Bone Daddy 2. How are you, Mike and Tam? We got your 40 question tag, and we'll be working on that. Not tonight, but coming up. We've got a few appointments we have to do tomorrow, and then we have to work late also on a small little job, and then Wednesday. Are we working? Impossible work Wednesday, but then we're off until the following Monday. So Cindy's wine turned out good. We're heading over there later after we get off of this. And Bone Daddy said it was sweet. He must have already tried it. The Country Road Cure. How are you guys doing? You guys get your meat turkey already? I'm telling you guys, if you guys haven't gone over and checked out the Country Road Cure, you guys need to go check them out. They just hooked up on this huge, gigantic meat package, and they are going to be saying their thanks this Thanksgiving for sure. Okay, I'm looking on my live planner. How am I doing, guys? Are we doing okay? Can you hear both of us? I had the mic turned in. Let me see. You probably hear her better if this is plugged in. She has such a soft voice. Okay, now see. See if this is better. Whoop. Say something, Tammy.
Is that better? I'm always soft spoken.
New news? New news? I probably can't find it. I've never seen it. But, it's family. I love it. Tony Cheshire. Cheshire's. So the Country Road Cure is going to brine their turkey tonight. Now, one year at the youth center that we had we used to help out at a youth center up in town, and we had like a community dinner all the time, and anybody could come, families could come. But one year, a friend of mine thought it'd be funny to put a small bird inside of the turkey, and we deep fried a couple turkeys, and when we cut that open, there was these smaller birds inside there, cooked also, and people were freaking out saying they were pregnant. Now, of course, they would have been eggs, but it was so funny that night. Oh boy! So these lives are just going to be more organic. I kind of just we're not going to do a lot of structure to this. We're going to come up with a topic. We hope people will jump up here, get involved, and we can talk with you. If you don't, we'll kind of talk about the topic and then we'll talk about other things. We may do trivia or something like that, or questions, or who knows what. But most of the time, it's just going to be some sort of a topic, and we just want to hang out. So, and we have a lot of fun hanging out. Okay. So, you guys might have seen, I'm going to drop this in here one more time. If anybody wants to come up here and talk about a holiday tradition, you can talk about your channel. You can come up here and Big Joe Malia's world. Ooh, 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 yee, yee. How you doing, guys? Yeah, we've done a turducken, turkey, duck, and chicken, and we've also done the ham, turducken, turkey or chicken, turkey chicken ham. Yeah, we've tried all that stuff. It is pretty cool the creations you can make for Thanksgiving.
What are we having for sides? Or what are we making for sides?
Well, that's one of the traditions. Well, her brother always made green bean casserole, which is green beans, mushroom soup, and crunchy onions, the French's onions on top. That is always good. Tammy makes cherry delight that everybody loves, and I always have her make the cheese balls. She makes two different kinds. Mine gets olives in it, and everyone else's doesn't. Now this year I bought jalapeno stuffed olives to put into the cheese ball, and we used to have oyster stuffing, but we don't do that anymore. We just do stuffing, mashed potatoes, and we do a sage. Like an onion sage stuffing. And let's see, what else are we having for sides?
We're having mashed potatoes and gravy.
Brown gravy, not the white gravy, the brown gravy.
And I'm making a pumpkin cake. We've had it several times. It's real light. It's not too sweet.
God, how you doing, buddy? Listening to us. What are you working on? School, huh? What is everyone else having for sides? Anything odd or unusual? So we got a cricket, and we're having a lot of fun with this. This is the shirt we made. This is one of the shirts we made with the cricket. Tammy's got one also. We started playing with that today. This was one of the first things we did tonight. We only had time tonight. That's an iron-on. Tammy wanted that, so we made her that. All right. Night, Cajun. You have a great evening, too. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, Cajun Hydroponics, he's not into crickets. He's into alligators. Here's another holiday tradition we do. Look at old photos. Look how long ago that was. This is me and Tammy. See, me, Tammy, and our daughter, our son, and our youngest son.
Where are we going to put it? Oh, on a shirt. On a shirt.
Don't you guys love looking at old photos? You know, it's look there. There's Tammy and Quentin, our oldest. That's an iron-on. That's going on a shirt. There he is when he's older. High school. He's in college now. There he is at the fair with his goose. I know, we don't look that old. You're right. You're absolutely right. There's Quentin. There's Quentin when he's a little baby in this house that we're in right now. And he is 22. 22 now. That's when he was about 23. Wow. And that's when he was about 6, 5, 4.
Which one was it?
He had the
backpack?
orange on and the gun. Right there.
Man, he was probably 2 or 3.
3? Wow. Shimmer vinyl. Orange shimmer. So we got lots of this stuff. And printable vinyl.
I know.
So you can print out whatever you want and then cut it out, stick it on whatever you want. It's going to be so amazing. We're going to label everything. Everything's getting a sticker now. We're going to go crazy.
Probably. We have a lot of good ideas, though.
We do.
To make.
So, excuse me. So, how is everyone? Homestead, Oz, how are you guys doing? What time is it right now in Australia? And how is your garden growing? Doing well? We're talking tonight about holiday traditions, things that we've done in the past, things that we may not be able to do now, and various other things because I'm ADD. So here is the link. Anybody wants to come up, you can come up, talk to us, and we would love to hear about your holiday tradition.
Cindy says, I'm putting together a family history album as gifts for my children. That's really awesome.
That is an
My dad passed away 3 years ago, and after he passed, in the mail, I got a big yellow vanilla envelope from one of his good friends from school. And Jeff and I had not known, but him and my dad had sat down and did my genealogy. And he mailed it to me after he passed. So that was really cool. A lot of things I didn't know.
Homestead Oz says it's 12:20 p.m. on Tuesday,
Sorry.
and the celery's growing great. So you guys need to go check out Homestead Oz. They're a good, great couple. Now the fires that broke out, Wayne, those aren't the ones that you started, are they? Because you had a pretty big fire there. And then all of a sudden, I've seen a couple notifications for fires that broke out. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you need to do that because it's a lot of fun. We do this. We just started this. We are new and rusty, and we're learning as we go. But we're going to start doing this on Monday nights at 8:00. So we'll have some sort of a topic every Monday. This Monday is holiday ideas and traditions. And we've been talking about all kinds of things that people do for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. And I know this year a lot of people are going to miss having everybody over. Are people still getting together for the holidays as best you can? Or are y'all just going to pretty much stay home this year? Okay, Lynn. Yes, Cindy, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I wrote down things as my kids were growing up, but I wish I'd have wrote down more. It's surprising on how much you forget because I'll go back and look at things I've written or taken pictures of, and I'm like, wow, how would I forget? Why did I forget that? So that's just anything you can try to keep, but don't stress yourself over it. These times pass. So, okay. Well, do you have any more traditions you want to talk about, Tammy, holiday wise? I wish somebody would have came up here. No more traditions. So we're going to go on to talk about some. If I think of something, or if somebody wants to come up here, Australia doesn't do Thanksgiving. Well, you can talk about Christmas,
I didn't know that.
or well, yeah. Why would they?
Nothing.
Well, you should. You can make any day a special day to be thankful for. But that's what we look at Thanksgiving as, a day well, you should be thankful every day, but a day set aside just for Thanksgiving. So we've been coming up with a few different ideas, and you guys can tell us what you think about these sayings or ideas that we're going to do with our new cricket that we got and we are looking forward to using. So, of course, we've been talking about different ideas and a couple present tags, the tags that you put on your presents before you give them to your friends or your family. Because the cricket, it'll also write. It doesn't just cut. You can put markers and pens and stuff in there, and it'll write whatever you can design. So that's a pretty cool feature of it. And we thought if we did small little like brown cardboard tags, we could put them on the presents. The kids come home, yeah. That's always a good thing. So we thought made with love and lack of sleep. Wouldn't that make a good tag? Made with love and lack of sleep. Or how about this one? Just act like you love it. Just act like you love it. Or at least act like you love it. Wouldn't that be good? Hey, Ford Man.
Hey,
How
everyone.
Mr. Kenneth. Let me get
Yes,
this mic out.
sir.
There.
How are you?
How are you doing tonight, Mr. Ford Man?
Doing all right, but yourself?
Fat and sassy. Yeah, you know me, buddy.
Yeah, I know you.
Well, I really appreciate you coming up here. What's one of your holiday traditions?
Well, normally we go over to my uncle's, which is my dad's brothers, um, for Thanksgiving and also Christmas as well. But due to the pandemic situation, we're not going to be allowed to do that. And also his health issue that he had, they don't want him around a whole lot of people. He had cancer back about 5, maybe 10 years ago, and of course they gave him radiation treatments. Well, the radiation treatments backfired on him just recently, and it caused his vocal cords to be paralyzed. And so he had to go to Vanderbilt this past Thursday and have a procedure done to where they go in there and cut the vocal cord to get him to where he could breathe better and also be able to talk. He can talk a little bit, but they don't want him talking a whole lot because they said where it's done some damage and it's gonna take a slow process in order to be built back up to where he can actually talk.
Oh man. So prayers for Papa, huh?
For his brother, yeah.
Papa's brother.
Papa's
No.
brother. Okay. Well, yeah, prayers for Papa's brother. Man, you had me scared there for a second. I knew you went over there, but I thought you were talking about your dad. Okay. Still,
No, no,
oh my
no.
goodness, that's still really scary to deal with.
Yeah. He had lung cancer. I think that's what it was. He had it was some type of cancer, and it. Like I said, the radiation treatments just now got to where they backfired on him and done that to his vocal cords, paralyzed him.
Yeah. Screw cancer.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I'd say it's something else, but I try to keep it PG-13 on here.
Yeah.
Braden. Hi,
but
Brixton. Brixton.
but normally we have all the fixings, all the like a turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy. She makes this. His wife makes this sweet potato casserole, and
Mm,
I'm normally not a big fan of sweet potatoes,
yeah.
but I get a hold of some of that. I'm eating that up like no tomorrow.
Yeah, a good sweet potato pie is something to get a
I,
hold of. That's
my
probably what it's like.
my dad just bought one today from
Myers,
Walmart today.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sweet potato pie.
Brandon.
sweet potato pie. Yeah,
Very cool. Have you ever had it before?
yeah. I've had sweet potato pie and I've had sweet potato casserole. I
I have.
Now I'm not a big fan of like sweet potatoes like yams or candied yams. I'm not a big fan of those.
Oh, I love them.
And I'm not a, and I'm and but I like sweet potatoes and apples together, cooked together.
Yeah,
That's
that
another
sounds
thing.
good.
That's another thing my aunt cooks on the holidays around Thanksgiving and Christmas when we get together.
Yeah, I love sweet potato pie. Well, if you put enough sugar in anything, it'll taste good. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you like mincemeat pie? Have you ever had that, Kenneth?
I'm trying to remember if I've ever had that or not. I I don't think I don't think I've ever had any of that.
It's like raisins and molasses and apples and cinnamon. It's pretty good.
Mm,
I like it. Tammy doesn't
I
like
don't
it,
like it.
but
mm.
it's an either you do or you don't type of thing. You should try it if you ever get a chance. It's not meat.
Yeah,
It doesn't have meat in it. It's got
oh,
fruits and nuts and
yeah.
stuff.
I wonder why they call it. I wonder why they call it mincemeat pie. Then.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I always wondered too, and I didn't want to try it. But once I did, it is really good.
It doesn't look very good when you look at it. I am making
I,
a sweet pie.
I'm
Yeah.
now this year. Me and Dad, we're gonna have Thanksgiving here at the house. We ordered uh, we ordered Thanksgiving dinner uh, from Food City.
Oh, you gonna have a turkey then, or turkey
Yeah,
breast?
they're gonna give us. I think it's like I can't. I'm trying to remember how big the turkey is. I think it's like I think it's like a 10-pound turkey. I think.
Yep. Have a good night, Country Road Cure. What are you having good to eat? Something
Who
with
me?
meat in it, I bet. Because they got, or lobster probably. Maybe they're having fish tonight. It is Monday. Jewel Small Gardening. How you doing tonight, Jamie? It's good to see you here. So, how big of a turkey, Kenneth?
I'm thinking. Dad could tell me for sure. How big is that turkey we're getting? How big is that turkey we're getting? 12-pound turkey.
That's good. Yeah, we got it. Well, we bought two 12-pound turkeys, but we'll probably only cook one of them. We're going to cook it in the electric deep fryer, but we'll probably only cook one of them. But we got them for like 30. I mean, I paid like $5 and some odd cents for it.
Yeah, we
That's cheap.
the the deli is going to fix ours. They're going to fix it, and all we have to do is just pick it up on the day of Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's good.
And they're gonna have all the fixing. They're gonna have all the fixing like the dressing, gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans,
Mhm.
um, 2 pounds of each. You get two
Nice.
pounds of potatoes, 2 pounds of gravy, dressing.
Y'all are
And
gonna be food drunk.
well, we're gonna take some of the leftovers and make some. Gonna make some turkey dumplings.
Ooh, that sounds good. What do you guys in the chat do with your leftovers? I want to hear what everybody does with their leftovers. Kenneth's gonna make turkey and dumplings. That sounds amazing. What are you gonna make the dumplings out of?
Turkey dumplings one day. Turkey pot pie.
Ooh, that sounds good.
We had turkey Manhattan last year.
Yep. I like the see. I like turkey Manhattan. The day after or so, I'll get the turkey and put it on. Take a piece of bread out, butter it, put mashed potatoes on it, put the turkey, put the gravy, maybe even a little of the stuffing. Hey, Nathan from the NDT
What is
show. We're gonna call
what is
tonight's episode "Holiday, Holiday, Holiday."
yeah, what is turkey Manhattan? We've never heard of that.
I take a piece of bread. Well, you can make it with beef, turkey, chicken, anything. But basically, it's bread with mashed potatoes on top of the bread, and then whatever meat and gravy on top of that. So it's basically mashed potatoes and gravy with meat and bread underneath. But I take bread, butter, mashed potatoes, and then turkey gravy. And then sometimes I'll throw stuffing in there too. Oh my, it's so good. That's a
You're
good
making me hungry again here.
Me too.
And I just ate some beans and weenies and some Hawaiian cheese ball.
Oh, that sounds Hawaiian cheese ball.
Hawaiian cheese ball and crackers, yeah.
What is Hawaiian cheese ball? Explain that, Mr. Kenneth.
Well, I can't really show it to you now because I
It's in
ate
your
it.
belly. You ate
Yeah.
the whole thing, didn't you?
Well, see, with
And,
that
and. You don't even have to tell me. You put hot sauce on it.
no, I didn't put no hot sauce on it. No, but I did put my hot. I did put my hot sauce on my beans and weenies.
Oh, good. And what kind of beans did you have?
Baked beans.
Yeah. Now, do you add anything into your baked beans, like
Baked bean,
brown sugar or
smoked bacon.
Oh, nice. And that's hard to come by these days, smoked bacon. Mr. Jimmy, how are you doing tonight, buddy? Did you have a good week of work? Today is his weekend. Oji-san, I'm sure will be up on things tonight. I'm gonna drop the link in here for anybody else too. But Kenneth, you keep going.
Okay.
And I think I can have a few people up here. I'm not sure if anybody even wants to. But
do you have the paid version or the free
no,
version?
I do not have the paid version.
Okay.
But I think they told me I could have 10.
You can have 6 on the paid version. I mean, on the free version.
Yeah, I have the free version, but I'm pretty sure they just told me I could have 10.
Oh.
You don't have to get up here, Jimmy. I'm just giving people an option. We're talking about holiday traditions. Anybody that wants to can come up here, and if you don't, then that's fine also. I love talking to Kenneth. So
I think it's my first time on your panel, I think.
our real names? Yes. Our real names is Jeff and Tammy, and that's Kenneth Oakes. Jeff and Tammy. Jeffrey is my real name. R-E-Y, not E-R-Y. So it's not Jeffrey, it's Jeffrey. And Tammy is spelled with an I, not a Y. Tammi.
And if you hear somebody in the background, that's
That's Paul.
it. Yep.
Let's hear it. Will he sing something? Does he feel like singing?
He's going to bed.
All right. I understand. He don't need to sing. I love his singing though.
He's
You
going
guys
to be
like to go
on.
over? If any
He's
of you
going to be.
people have not heard Pawpaw singing, make sure you check out Four Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, live on. Is it Friday or Sunday night now?
Friday nights
Friday night.
at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do trivia every Friday night, and then I try to do a panel talk.
8:40. It's 8:40 right now Eastern Standard Time. So it would be 9 o'clock, 20 minutes from now on Friday.
Yep.
Night, Homestead. Thank you so much for coming.
And then I try to do one
Oh man,
Sunday.
What's up, man?
look at all these guys. Woo!
Hey,
We got all the guys up here now.
what is going on?
What is
Put
up?
that microphone over here so y'all can hear me.
We're talking about we were talking about holiday traditions. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about as far as a tradition that you usually did or that you cannot do now since of this whole thing is going on?
Not really. I mean, it's usually just us and our kids, so we're still good on that.
Yeah, well, what's something you do every year? Just get together and eat?
Yep, pretty much.
And then after you get done eating, what is it? Football or cards or?
Yeah, we usually play cards. We've been getting into those silly little like Cards Against Humanity and stuff like that. Just say all my kids are drinking age now, so we got to play drinking games.
There you go.
I just woke up from a power nap, man. I had a long weekend.
Yeah, Jimmy works all weekend long. It's his Friday night, right?
Yep.
Well,
yeah, I hit about 3 16-hour days this weekend. So
goodness.
Oh boy.
Shipping out that toilet paper.
Long days. I every one of my days are 24 hours long. I don't know.
Well, that's all I remember is about 16 hours. The rest of it was just sleeping.
All right.
Oh, man.
How are you, Jamie? Jamie and Jimmy.
Hey, I'm doing
Jimmy
all
and
right,
Kenny.
man.
And Jeffrey.
We
Jeffy.
we talking about Thanksgiving tradition
Or Christmas, either one.
Christmas. Yeah, we TV generally ends up on football, but it's not like everybody's there. You know, there's a few people that sit and watch it, but I think the biggest thing that happens there is Beth takes the neck broth and whatnot. She ends up making a homemade vegetable soup the next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've been doing that forever. I'll say when we left Virginia 30 years ago. Yeah, 30 years ago. And that's the one holiday that we never gave up. You know, we were always having to travel back home for Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff, but we never gave up Thanksgiving. So it got to the point where a lot of people were coming to us. But now my nieces and nephews are older and have their own kids. And then this year it just put it's not going to be the same.
We never really hosted Thanksgiving or Christmas, but we kind of did all the work because as our parents got older, then they wanted to keep the tradition up, but they couldn't, or at least her dad couldn't for a while. And now my parents can't. And so we're still doing all the work, but at their house or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But we enjoy it. We don't mind. We do a lot of the cooking and cleaning and all that stuff, and we always have.
Well, it's good to see y'all still get back and do it, though. I know
we do it every year. Last year, we actually it was my parents' idea to do. No, it was 2 years ago at the church. And we had like a breakfast on
That was for
Christmas morning, and then just opened it up to the community, and we all, as a family, cooked for everybody, which was kind of cool. And we all just kind of hung out and cooked like we normally would for each other, but then we just offered it to everybody. It was nice, something different,
Yeah.
But at that point, I'm one of 7 kids, and Tammy's one of 7 kids.
Wow.
So there's lots of us, and now they're all grown up, got kids. When we get together, it's like it's huge.
Yeah, I imagine. Y'all do family reunions in the summer?
Yeah, well,
kind of
all over, and lately we haven't. We used to do them in Tennessee. We'd get a cabin down there, and everybody, a big cabin, 14-room cabin, and then everybody'd meet there, and it was fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
About 7-8 years ago, me and Beth started. We call this branch of the family now the Carolina Slates. But the ironic thing about that is the Slate name actually started in Carolina. There's a county, 2 counties up. I've gone to their reunions, and they put us in the other book because they can't track us to them. But we know we're part of that line. But anyway, we call it Meat Fest. And, that thing's been as large as 40 people before, but we smoke, the typical stuff, right? We do a few butts, we do a few chicken, we do some ribs, we make a Brunswick stew, no potatoes, we do it Georgia style, very sweet, and it's got smoked pork and smoked chicken. It takes me 3 days. It takes me 3 days to get that thing right. You smoke, smoke, process it, and then you let it set up overnight. Anyway, our deal is we give you the meat. If you want sides or something to drink, you got to bring it yourself.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds good.
Yeah, that kind of turned into our family hookup. But I was going to get back to that tradition. My brother's family is kind of like what you just described, and they're all busy in Christmas. A lot of them work, and they just can't get away like that. So Thanksgiving, because most people in his family get the 2 days right there. Their Thanksgiving is really like the first day of Christmas, that weekend. That's when everybody shows up to his house, is actually Thanksgiving weekend. And then Christmas is just, go do the church service, do the candlelight service, and really much more mellow.
Yeah.
You guys go to a candlelight service?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I was raised in a Baptist church, and Brother Haywood had a Christmas Eve story. It was candlelight service, and it was the same story. I've heard that story probably, well, we left when I was 26 and heard it a few more times. I probably heard that thing about 35 times in my life. Same story. But it never gets old. He made that a tradition for that community, and it's kind of like he couldn't stop doing it at that point. People had grown up on that tradition. And when he retired, they stopped doing that story, unfortunately. But anyway, I'll tell you one more, and I'll quit yakking so Jimmy can talk.
Oh, I'm good.
I love hearing about traditions.
Yep.
Our tradition.
Go right ahead.
We started years in my family, going way, 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 way back. And I don't know, maybe everybody does this, but I found over time a lot of people don't. We actually come back from candlelight service, have that Christmas Eve dinner, and we sit down and everybody gets to open one present.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah, we've done that.
My kids have got to the point that in our family now, it's pretty much Christmas morning is the stockings are the only thing left.
Yeah, that's the way it is here.
I don't like surprises. Tammy gets mad at me because I won't let her surprise me with nothing.
We need a lot of stuff. We need it
before I give it to him.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we should just start giving the presents in December 1st.
Yeah.
Every day.
Or one every day.
Some of that stuff you can use right now, you know.
All right, get down. Get down.
We usually get together Christmas Eve, and everybody opens everything Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we all just kind of chill out.
We used to make the kids wait till Christmas Day.
Yeah. We do. We let them open
one present Christmas Eve
and
after the service,
pajamas, so they always know what it's going to be. It's not a big surprise.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm such a big kid. I can't wait to see them open it. So I'm usually the world's worst about having them open everything Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, I was that way too. Now that they're getting older, I guess it's a little different.
Yeah.
I told them, you can't wake me up until at least 7 or 8, but man, I was probably waking them up by 6 o'clock. Why aren't they up yet?
Jeff and Tammy, I know you have my address. I have your address. I have a lot of people's address now, so I'm gonna send out Christmas cards just so you know. You can send one back if you want or not. That's fine.
Absolutely.
But whatever you do not send me an ornament for a Christmas tree.
You don't do Christmas trees?
No, we do, but I could supply about 5 Christmas trees with ornaments right now.
Well, that brings me to a topic on here I want to talk about tonight. I am starting. The first vlog I ever did was called A Christmas Tree Story, and last Christmas, which we just started uploading a year ago, I filmed our tree and our ornaments, just each ornament, because I've seen, Christmas scenes and whatever, but me being who I am, I thought, well, why don't we do some detail and get a creative, close-ups of all the ornaments. That was my first vlog. I called it A Christmas Tree Story. I think it's a great idea. Everybody's got a reason why they decorate their tree the way they do and why they use their tree, and it could be something as simple as this is all we have, but I think people should upload their ornaments and their tree just with description of both, however you want to do that. Hashtag it Christmas Tree Story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I'd like to see after Thanksgiving. Everybody talk about their ornament, their tree, a little bit of a description. Hashtag it Christmas Tree Story. Share it out. I'd like to see it from everybody.
That would be cool.
You got the ones your kids made, you got the ones you bought when you married, you got all kinds of different. They tell a story. And some people, they just do it all one monotone color, and there's a reason for that. I mean, I'd like to hear what it is. I don't decorate that way, but I think they're pretty trees. So
very tidy and clean.
Yeah.
I have a collection of little town scenes, like a Christmas tree scene. I got a chapel, all kinds of stuff. There's a Lowe's store. I even have a Lowe's store with a Lowe's truck.
Very cool.
Yeah, I lay that out on that. It's like cottony white, makes it look like snow.
Yeah, we have that. We have a few. My parents got us one every year for Christmas for a while. I don't know. We got probably 8 or 9 of them. We never asked for them. That's just what they got us. So we put it up a couple times, I think.
It's a lot of work.
No, it is a lot of work. And it's really nice. I don't know. We don't have the space for it, and the kids were always small. I didn't want it to get broke, which some pieces did get broke because how kids are. That's what they do. Walk right to it, and that's what they want to play with, especially if there's moving parts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Cindy's comment? She's going to Disney.
I'm spending my Christmas Day at Disney World in Florida this year.
Oh, wow.
What? I'm going with Cindy. Yeah, Florida. I'm trying to get down that way.
I've been to Florida a couple times. It's been 15 years, though.
Yeah, it's been a long time, if ever, for me. I got family down in Florida, though.
Yeah, I was stationed down in Mississippi, and we used to sneak off over to Pensacola.
My sister just flew into Cleveland tonight. from Arizona.
Wow.
And she's made it safe with her 2 kids. They're here for the holidays, so
Oh man.
they're staying with my sister until Thanksgiving Day. Then we're gonna have Thanksgiving outside because that's our requirements outside. I think it's only going to be 54 degrees, but we're going to do it anyways.
Did they restrict the seats, the plane she flew on?
Yeah, they were separated. Yep. But she made it. They're here and safe and freezing, they said.
It's going to be 61 and sunny here.
It's all pretty much melted now, though, that snow we put on.
Yeah.
I won't snow till like January here if I see any at all.
It's too cold to snow here in January. It's so darn cold. We're in Northwest Ohio. Okay. Oh, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down here in Arkansas. It's like a once a year deal. And then it's like Armageddon on the freeways and stuff if it snows at all here. So.
Yeah. We're right on this. I mean, it's pretty well known, especially people that are married to truckers. But we're right on this band where what we get, we like snow because typically what we get is ice, which is a lot. First year I moved here, in fact, the power was out in our area for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to go down to my dad's homestead down in South Carolina, and we went to a cafeteria, K&W cafeteria, if you ever heard of that. And I forgot something, so drove back to the house. It's a good thing I remember. This is going to take us an hour and a half drive to get down to where we were going. We drove back to the house to pick something up, and I opened the door. There's lights on. I think a radio was running. The power had come on while we went out to eat.
Wow.
But yeah, we had to live in the living room. Had a fireplace in the living room.
Yep.
And we had, I think it ran on 10 C batteries. I had a television radio that ran on 10 C batteries. I didn't have one of those crank radios. But anyway,
10 C batteries.
I didn't have a generator. I was renting this house. We had just moved here, so I was renting the house. So we had that television, and I would turn that thing on every day for like 15 minutes in the morning trying to catch the news to see what the heck was going on. That was pretty tough. But anyway, all 5 of us lived in that living room. It was the only place we could keep warm enough. But anyway, yeah, the snow here is not. I mean, we'd rather have snow because when we get these ice storms around here, man, it takes out either directly, it takes out the power lines, or it takes out so many branches, it knocks so much stuff out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just can't get all that stuff back on quick enough,
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we're right on that edge. I guess it kind of runs along the Appalachian Mountains, along the foothills until you get to Virginia. So
yeah, I can't imagine when you have the issues with all the snow and the ice. It's probably when it's the worst to drive around too.
Oh yeah, a lot of ping pongers, and people that bounce across bridges.
Yeah,
they don't like.
I've seen it.
Like it's not going to happen to them,
Yeah.
They're supernatural, and then they hit that sheet of ice on that bridge, man, and they're on the rail.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I've been caught it. You're just like, Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah,
big old 4x4 tires ain't going to help you on that.
No, not at all. Well, guys, I'll let somebody else jump up here. I saw Cindy.
Hey, did you see my shirt, Jules?
Oh, let me see before I get off here. Shed Wars. What's on the bottom? A handprint?
That's Wilson. Wilson sent me that.
Wilson.
Oh, okay. I get it.
No, over at Homestead Aquarius?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made that and sent that to me.
Oh, man.
That's a homemade shirt.
I think
custom made homemade Shed War shirt. Did you see this?
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
You know who that is, Jules?
What's at the bottom of it?
It says Shed Wars. Do you
Who
know
is
who that is?
I don't recognize it.
This is Arkansas Woodcutter. This
Okay.
is Wilson, and this is John from Will It Grow, and he's got a glitter beard. I got glitter glue in his beard. See it? See
Yep.
it glittering?
Who drew that? You draw that?
I did that.
Yeah. Nice work, man.
I think we're gonna have.
What do you think about that, Jamie?
It looks pretty good to me. Screen printed.
Green printed. There you go.
Well, Jeff, I've got to get over. Phil's going to open up my box.
Other than Across the Pond, I never even. What happened to Across the Pond?
I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's Across the Pond and Peacekeepers. There were 4 teams last year. There's 4 teams this year. And it's 2's down, southern hemisphere and 2's northern hemisphere. And I think somewhere in there it was mentioned the 30 member limit, but I don't know if that's enough.
Blue and gray. We're the rebels.
I've got to be sanctioned by the commissioners before that happens.
I don't think that's what rebels do there, Jamie.
Rebels don't get sanctioned.
I think we just make up our own rules as we go. Anyways.
Well,
Jeff, I'm gonna scoot out of here, man. Phil's gonna open up my box.
Thank you for coming up here. Yeah, I understand. It's your Friday. I've been on for a long time. I appreciate you coming up, guys.
All right.
We're gonna do this every Monday. You're more than welcome to come whenever you'd like.
Heck yeah. What time do you usually start?
Now, Jimmy will probably do the tattoo on a Monday night, though.
Okay.
We're still doing that. She hasn't got it yet. I got it. We're going to do that here. We're just trying to get slowed down. We're too busy.
Yeah.
So,
well, let me know when you're going to do it, and I'll try to time my nap so I'm up and I can hang out.
Absolutely.
Usually Monday, I'll just come home and crash for a couple hours. That's the only way I can make it.
Well, I can do it later, too, and we can do it on later in the week. I definitely want you there drawing with me when we do it, though.
All right, man. I'll be there.
We'll figure it out. All right. See ya.
Right. Y'all take care.
All right. Let's see you.
All right. Later, Jay.
Yeah, I need to get off the camera, too. I'm going to stay. But I got to get up, and I've got long johns on.
Oh. Okay. Is it cold in there?
No. I got long johns on. No, I just changed out of jeans into these just for the heck of it. It's loose. It's comfortable.
Yeah, I understand. I get that way. Cindy's out of here. We'll see you later, Cindy. Thank you for coming by.
Bye,
Next
Cindy.
time, come up here, Cindy. I'd love to talk with you. Down under Farm and Forge. Absolutely. Woo! I like this guy. Now, he finally updated his garden. I'm sure if I went back and looked some of his older videos, he's probably got some garden stuff on there. But he's got this knife he made for his uncle. And I only saw a glimpse of it, but man, I would love to see more on that knife. I keep asking him. But he's from Australia, Kenneth. And he's doing a garden right now. So, do you know either of them, Kenneth? Ojisan or Jewel Small Gardening?
I think I'm connected with Jewel Small Gardening. But I don't think I'm connected with Ojin.
It's called Ojisan's World.
Yeah. I don't think I'm connected with that.
He does a lot of speed painting and digital painting and things like that.
Yeah, okay.
Fun guy. He's on my Beard Up Challenge too. A lot of
Okay.
fantasy stuff and lots of monsters and that kind of stuff. A lot of drawing. Lots and lots and lots of art. If you like art or want to get into digital art, Ojisan is your man.
Well, I like to watch. I like to watch other people's talented.
Down under, just a second. Down under, what is your name? I never caught it. And you're just going to have to go to your uncle's house and show us that knife, even though he's got it. Because I'd like to see that or make another one. No, you don't have to do that. You do whatever you want. I think it's amazing, though. I'll have to go back and watch you forging it, I guess. So some of our sayings, Kenneth, that we're going to work on. And here, I'm going to throw some sayings out to you. And maybe things we can turn into a shirt or a sticker or whatever that we're going to sell on our, our eBay marketplace and things like that. Because we just got a cricket. Did you see that? Darren is down under Farm and Forge. Down under Farm and Forge is the second Australian team captain, and his name is Darren. But so here are some sayings we've been thinking about using. We'll use them in different formats or whatever. You let me know what you think. The dishes are looking at me dirty again.
Hey, Lucky Dog Productions moderator.
Lucky Dog Productions. How are you tonight, buddy? All right. How about mistletoe kisses and either Christmas wishes or candy cane wishes? That's a pretty good one for Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's good.
It's not as funny, but it is good. Mistletoe kisses and Christmas wishes. And then another one we have an idea for is, 2020, but instead of zeros, have a toilet paper roll and a mask.
Yeah, that basically sums up the whole year.
Now, here are some signs for a garden, or maybe some shirts I'm going to make for, gardening type people, because we are gardeners.
Yeah.
Weed it and reap. Weed it and reap. WEED. Weed it and reap. Like if you keep your garden weeded, you'll reap a harvest. Weed it and reap.
You can hear Papa in the background, can't you?
I can. I thought he was going to bed.
You just lit his fire.
Well, good.
I like this one.
You're never too old to play in the dirt.
That's a good one.
How about, I like this one. Now, you could use this in your garden or even out in your front yard. No tress pooping.
You
know what I mean? Have you ever gone out to your front yard and there's somebody's dog just pooped in your yard? If you put out no tress pooping signs,
we got people that think
problem solved.
they think
Okay. What did he say?
We got people that still that think the outside is a commode.
Yeah. No tress pooping. No tress pooping. That'll be a good one. I'm definitely making that. Now, here's another one for gardeners or ladies that have plants in their house. I just wet my plants. I just wet my plants.
That's good.
Or sometimes I wet my plants. So gardening is the slowest of the performing arts. How about this? In quotations, I think I have enough plants, said no gardener ever. That's true. All right. Those are all some pretty good gardening ones. How about I never met a plant I didn't like?
Mm.
I love my garden from my lettuce head, tomatoes.
Hmm. Yeah. Always are they? All these are good ones.
I love my garden from my lettuce head, tomatoes.
That's yeah. Uh,
Trespassers will be composted. Trespassers will be composted. How about this for a girl shirt? Sorry, I have plants this weekend.
that's a good one.
Plants. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I'm not Willy Wonka. How about this? A pic like a silhouette of a pig, a cow, and a chicken. And then right underneath it, I'd smoke that. I'd smoke that. Like a picture of a cow, a pig, and a chicken. And then I'd smoke that.
Mm.
How about this? I didn't mean to push all your buttons. I was looking for the mute.
Hmm.
You didn't like that one? I didn't mean to push all your buttons. I was looking for the mute.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me overthink this.
Hold on a second. Let you overthink that. Is that one
Yeah.
second?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me overthink it.
Huh.
I like to overthink a situation for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
I
And
sometimes when I'm working on some of my schoolwork, I overthink my answers and stuff.
right.
Blackberry ginger ale. I think I've had that one, haven't I, Dad? Oh
Is it
yeah,
good?
yeah. It's good.
All right. Here's it. Listen to this one. Some days I amaze myself. Other days I put my keys in the fridge.
We did.
Isn't that the truth? How about rock out with your crock out?
Hmm.
With a picture of a crock pot. Rock out with your crock out. All right, here's a good one. We're gonna take a picture of a plate with Christmas cookies on it. Okay, you got this in your mind? Picture with like Christmas cookies and a glass of milk. Hey, Christmas cookies, glass of milk, right? It's gonna say, I put out. It's got the picture here for Santa. I put out for Santa Christmas cookies and milk. I put out for Santa. How about running late is my cardio?
Running
Running
late is
late
your
is my cardio.
yeah.
That'd make a good shirt. How about this one? It's the most wonderful time for a beer.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good shirt. I know that'd be a good shirt. Flat out like a lizard drinking Aussie one for you. Good deal, buddy. Is it noon there too, or 12 p.m.? That'd be noon, right?
4 p.m.
They're in Florida. Lucky Dog Productions. They're in Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
So they're the same time we are.
Very cool. Lucky Dog Productions. So here's another shirt. Somewhere between Proverbs 31 and Tupac. That's me. You know what Proverbs 31 is? Where he's teaching about being a good king and then a good way to be a wife and a woman. That's Proverbs, and somewhere between that and Tupac, that's where you find me at.
1 p.m.
Kevin Adonis Vlogs. Wow. How are you tonight, Kevin? Thanks for stopping by. We are talking about holiday traditions and ideas. But tonight, that's what we're talking about. That's our topic. But we are on to cricket sayings now. Cricket sayings. Freedom to be awesome. I'm into fitness. Fitting this gingerbread cookie in my mouth.
Fitness gingerbread. Yeah.
I'm into fitness. Fitness gingerbread cookie in my mouth.
That's pretty good.
So those are my ideas. What's your favorite one, Kenneth?
I would say probably the about the one where you said about the crock pot thing.
Rock out with your crock out. Rock out with your crock out. There's rock out with your crock out. I'm going to make this for Kenneth. Rock out with your crock out. I'm going to make you one, buddy. Oh, boy. Well, that'll be great. All right. Now I want to talk about one more thing, and I talked a little bit about it. Do you have a Christmas tree, Kenneth?
No, we're not. We're due to our conditions. We're not really able to like put it up or anything and take it back down. So if I was to put one up, it would stay up year round. And two, we're not really into celebrating Christmas in that way. We mostly look at it as the birth of our Lord and Savior, celebrated as the birth of the Lord, as the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and also getting together with family and stuff. Of course, due to what's happened, things are going to be a little different this year.
Right.
So,
you still going to call them on the phone, or what are you going to do? You got some people you're going to talk to?
Well, I'll probably be getting on YouTube and going on some lives on YouTube and stuff over. If there's going to be any on over the holidays, I don't even know if it's going. I know I plan on doing a Thanksgiving show on Friday.
Okay, that'll be fun.
I don't know. I'm gonna plan on doing Thanksgiving trivia, and then try to bring people up on panel. I've been finding it kind of hard for people to come up on panel, I guess, because I do it so late at night or something. I guess everybody's going to bed.
Yep. We've been working weekends. Mondays are usually our day off. It's when we do all of our planning and meetings and things like that. So it's kind of our slow day, but we work weekends, most weekends, and sometimes we'll get Sunday, Monday off. But
Yeah.
towards this time of year and early in the year, we're working even weekends. I mean, even Sundays. So, yeah, it's tough for us sometimes on the weekend, but Mondays, Thursdays, um, some Tuesdays nights, they're the best nights for us. But we still got to get up and work in the morning, so we can only
Yeah,
stay up so late too.
I do trivia every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, and
Friday
then
night.
yeah, and it varies each week what the topic's going to be.
I
This
kept
week,
seeing you come up on Sunday, though. I thought, were you going
yeah,
live Sunday too?
I'm going live on Sunday as well.
Sometimes I'll click it on and listen, but I'm working, so I don't. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's like I'm not there, but I'm listening.
yeah. I sometimes here lately I've been changing up. I normally do a Sunday afternoon live stream around 3 o'clock. There the last 2 weeks I've been doing the late night show.
Hmm.
Coming
Yeah,
on
you
at
have a lot of fun over there. I've seen it. You have a lot of fun.
yeah, coming on at 11 o'clock at night and staying until about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
People wonder, how do you function only on a couple hours of sleep?
Yeah, I don't know how you do. I guess I did when I was younger. Yeah, I was up all the time. I'd stay up all night. I had no problem with that.
Yeah, I've actually been up on a panel where it'll start like real late at night and it'll go until like 4 or 5 o'clock the next morning. I've I've been up all night long.
Jeez. Doesn't that make you feel like crap the next day?
Well, I sometimes take cat naps throughout the day.
Yeah.
I bet.
I mean, it can hurt your immune system if you don't get enough sleep. Just make sure you catch up with it, you
Yeah.
know? But you got to have your time for social life too, especially with COVID and everything going on. That's where you're
This
getting
is
it
my
at. So,
this is my only interaction with people now.
right. That's good.
How long of a break do you get for Thanksgiving from school?
I'm off from now and after today until um, January 19th.
Wow,
Wow.
Almost 2 months.
that's a nice break.
Yes, and I'm going to enjoy every bit of the. I'm gonna probably watch some since YouTube is my only TV now, and all I have is internet. I'm gonna probably catch up on some videos.
Your internet's doing well tonight. You've been clear all night.
Yeah, well, I just got a new. I had to upgrade to a new router here just the other day
Okay.
because it was outdated or whatever, and
Yeah.
I had to upgrade to a new router. So,
Very cool.
um, because I kept going on to people's live streams, and it would tell me that the chat had been disconnected.
Hmm.
and then it would successfully connect me back. Well, and then it'd do that ever so often, and I'm thinking, what in the world is going on here? Because it wouldn't do it on every live stream. It'd like do it like every other live stream that I went on. And I'm thinking, what's the deal here? And
so what was the difference?
And well, I called the and then I and then I went out and come back in, and then when I tried to do that, it said I had no internet connection on the PC. So for some reason, I done that twice. I went out and come back in, and it said I had no internet. So I checked the Wi-Fi connection, see if it disconnected, and it still did the same thing. So I called my provider. I said, "Hey, I'm having internet issues because I got two devices that connect to the internet, and so the PC and my phone are my only two devices. And the funny thing is that I could connect on the phone, but I couldn't connect on the PC. So they had me try to unplug the thing and refresh it and let it reset itself, but that didn't fix nothing. So they suggested me upgrade to another router, and that's what I did. So I upgraded to because
Well, it seems to be working really well.
they said that my modem was coming. They said my modem, ever how they check it there at their station or wherever they check it at, they said that everything's working right on the modem as it should, but the router is not. It's working good on one side, but on the other side it ain't. So they sent out a guy Friday, and sent out a guy to come out and fix it. So when he come and he did some stuff around the outside, and he got it working. So it's been working ever since.
Yeah, it seems to be doing
And,
really good.
and with it online, when classes are online now, I gotta have my internet online, and it's hard to do stuff on the phone,
Right.
especially with
Yeah, and you got your computer back now, all fixed up, working good.
Yeah, well, what I did was I went and I took my Pell Grant money that I got from the school. Of course, you got to wait 2 or 3 weeks. You have to attend the classes at least 2 to 3 times before your Pell Grant will come through. Well, what I did was I took that Pell Grant and I took and went and bought a brand new one from Office Depot, and I got a good deal on it. So
very cool.
And so yeah, and because I asked them, because I had the worst luck with buying I don't know what it was with the electronics at Walmart, or trying to think where else I got electronic from. Oh, somebody had got me an electronic device off of eBay one time. That didn't last no time. I've been lucky to I told people that I've been lucky to. I even told when I got this one, I've even told the guys that I've been lucky to get one for the last 6 months.
Hey, Toby.
6 months to a year before something happened.
Right. Working on stuff with your son, that's amazing. That's a great thing to do.
So hopefully this one will. Hopefully, I talked with somebody there a while back said that you should have a device that lasts a lot longer than 6 months to a year.
Absolutely.
But hopefully the guy that helped me get this one at Office Depot helped me like set it up and everything and stuff. He said this one should last you hopefully a lot longer than what you've been having luck with electronics.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of electronics.
I'm with you there. I'm not either.
I agree. I don't like electronics either. So yeah, it always seems like they have some sort of an issue. I'm gonna say two more that we can go back to talking to whatever. I want everyone to film their trees and their ornaments, talk about why you put up what tree you do, what ornaments you use, maybe a story about who made them, why it's there. And I would like for you to hashtag that video Christmas tree story. I put it in the chat box. Christmas tree story. And just show us what you do as far as your tree and ornaments go. I have two things that have to do with holiday and decorating. Try decorating in your kitchen. Maybe put up a small tree. Don't just give the big tree out in your living room or whatever, or however you do. Put one in your kitchen. Put a small evergreen in your kitchen and decorate it with cookie cutters or utensils from the kitchen or something like that, and make it kitchen themed, just to add to the Christmas season. And then if you're going to decorate outside, I suggest that you decorate with some sort of edible ornaments like pine cones with peanut butter over them, rolled in birdseed. Or another good idea is ice cream cones filled with peanut butter and dipped in birdseed. Or you can even do a popcorn ball that's got peanut butter on it and topped with birdseed. But all these things would look like ornaments outside on your evergreen bushes or your evergreen trees. And you don't have to put up a tree. And it would make a great addition to the holiday season. And the animals outside will appreciate it also. So those are my two ideas as far as holiday traditions and decorations. And those are our topics tonight. Now we can talk about whatever you'd like. For as long as you like. If there's other lives going on, we can get off of here and go to those. If you want to stay here and talk, I'm more than willing to do that also. If anybody else would like to come up on the panel and talk to Kenneth and I, you are more than welcome to come up also. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. You can talk to Tammy. What do you think about this? That looks good, doesn't it?
That is cool.
We can make anything now. Kenneth, the sky is the limit. We can make anything now.
Look, after I decorate the tree, Jeff fills it. He fills it with candy canes. Every candy cane you can think of.
Those are cool.
The Dum Dum ones, those are made right here, like 20 minutes from us at Spangler Candy Company.
Are
you back?
I'm back. Have you ever heard of these, Kenneth? I'm hungry.
Zapp's Voodoo. I've heard of that. I've heard of Zapp's, but I don't think I've ever heard of that flavor though.
Okay, well, do you want me to try those
Yes.
tonight, or do you want me to try these?
Banana chips, habanero garlic. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of. I'm personally not a big fan of habanero that
I'm
much.
not a big fan of banana.
Go ahead and do the voodoo.
Voodoo, okay. But I'm gonna try these for on a thing: banana habanero garlic. All right, I've never had Zaps. Now, Kenneth, I do have 3 more flavors of Zaps I'm going to do a vlog on, but this is just one of the 4 flavors that they make. So we're going to try Voodoo. They make one hotter than this, and they make a couple other kinds. I've never had Zaps. Has anybody in the chat ever had Zaps potato chips? New Orleans kettle cow. This is Voodoo. I can smell peanut oil.
I've had the Zapp's brand before, but I can't remember what the flavors were. I can't remember what the flavor was I had. I think I did a vlog on a Zapp's one time.
I'll go back and look. This says our New Orleans kettle style chips are cooked to perfection and combined with premium ingredients. This special recipe results in a crunchier taste. Blah, blah, blah. We thank you for buying our stuff. Doesn't really tell you anything. It is cooked in peanut oil. It doesn't really say what's in it. Turmeric. Smells like peanut oil. Here's what it looks like. Like a potato chip. Go figure. So Kevin's from the Philippines, and he said that everything's okay now.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
I just had something. Yeah, I see the voodoo. I think we had one bag of that in the house about. Oh, wait a second. Did I say that this on? Let me mute this. No, that's muted.
These are not hot at all.
Hey Jeff, can you on your StreamYard, can you press that last blank square to where we're not so close together?
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
Makes a lot more easier to read. But yeah, when you're talking about putting in a decorating your kitchen Christmas tree.
Yeah.
No, you need to do that for Chef Beth.
Well, listen, Chef Beth was talking about, I propagated some rosemary, and she was saying, take them out, separate them, put them in the pot, and then give them away as gifts. As you can dress them up like Christmas trees. She's explaining. I've never heard of that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So we were in Lowe's. We go to Lowe's after season. Oh, she's over here just listening. We go to Lowe's after season to grab very largely discounted gardening stuff, right? There's always something that they're basically just giving it away because they got to keep that stock moving. You know how it works. So we came. How much were those things, baby?
The roseberries?
Yeah.
$15.98.
$15.98. Yes, $15.98 on the shelf at Lowe's.
Oh my! I
thought, I should have saved more of that 3-year-old rosemary. Is what I thought. I only took 4 sprigs, but my gosh, that is that could be lucrative. Of course, people come and go, and people are doing different things here, but might be something you can share later with people that do, any kind of selling it, like at a farmer's market or whatever. I mean, that's just so simple. I mean, propagating rosemary is one of the easiest things you can do.
It's
right?
pretty easy. I haven't had a lot of luck with propagation. We'll try about 10 or 12 different cuttings, and we'll probably get maybe one to actually take.
What are you
now, I haven't
doing?
tried it with rosemary or not herbs, more of like bushes and things like that.
Oh, okay. Rosemary is pretty simple. Here's a little tip for you. If you take, I took a terracotta, which, obviously that sucks up a lot of moisture, but that's what I had available, right? So I put 4 of these rosemary clippings in that dirt, but I took a half gallon at least, but maybe a 1 gallon plastic freezer bag.
Yeah.
And I flipped the lid a little bit and then topped it off to hold the humidity in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically created a biodome. Every one of them hit.
Nice.
100% hit. And now they've been transplanted to about a 3 gallon black container. Then I would end up moving them back to smaller terracottas for gifts. But I only discovered this year that was a thing, that you could make a short rosemary bush into a Christmas tree.
That's cool.
And decorate it, and
that's a great idea.
We're walking around Lowe's, and there they are. They're $15.98. I'm like, oh man, that's too easy. That's easy money for whoever's doing that.
Yeah, but they're doing it. That's the thing. It's always a great idea when it's somebody else's idea.
I'm glad you clarified on the outdoor decorations that the ornaments were for the animals, because I'm thinking, but I don't really like bird seed. Peanut butter is good, but the bird seed,
you could do without, huh?
I'm not that hard up yet, Jeff.
I've seen kids eating them though. They'll grab the things, eat the bird seed and all.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know this.
Well, yeah, you get little kids and you see a popcorn bowl and peanut butter. They don't care if there's bird seed on there or not.
Well, it's not like it's going to hurt you. Hey, Robbie. No. This Chef Robbie just walked in.
Chef Robbie?
Yeah. That's my son.
Okay, I didn't even know. Does he have a channel?
Oh, no. He's professional chef.
Oh, professional Chef Robbie.
Yeah. His main fare before the pandemic hit, the place wasn't set up to deal with the rules. But how long were you at Mambo?
Like 4 years.
4 years at Mambo. Mambo's a Cuban grill.
Nice.
He does things I've never heard of in the kitchen and uses spices I've never heard of, which is very, very good to have.
My son wanted to be a chef when he was younger, and he went a different direction. Look at this knife he sent me, though. Let me see if I can find it. This is what he asked. This is one of the things he asked for Christmas.
What's that?
It's a chef's knife. Well, it's like a knife, but it's hand forged. It's not that expensive. I couldn't believe it, but
that's right. A few of those. Hand forged.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, it's got a glare on it. I kind of get an idea.
Can't really see it.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can just put you on the screen and then show it to us that way?
Maybe.
Eight-inch. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
I see it now.
Looks hand forged.
Nice cleaver blade on there.
Look at this transparent tomato slices. It says.
Oh, wow.
But it's made somewhere overseas because it says Germany imported. Keep sharp for a long time. Keep sharp for a long time.
Oh, is that high core? Yeah.
High carbon, yep.
Yeah.
Keep sharp for a long time. But yeah, it's he wanted to be a chef. He cooks, but he's not. He tries to learn things, but he's not a professional chef.
Yeah, Robbie's gone back and forth on whether to open a food truck.
That's a great idea. Work for yourself, yeah. I say. Anytime you can work for yourself, do it.
Yeah. Well, our main in-town independent coffee shop, they had to resort to a truck. They just couldn't get the traffic downtown because of the restrictions, pandemic restrictions, and so many people telecommuting, so they're not even going into the area. It's pedestrian oriented for the most part. There's not a lot of on-street parking, et cetera. But if people aren't working in this, it's just a small downtown. If people aren't down there working, they don't have any foot traffic. So she had to go out and basically start a coffee truck.
I'm sitting there watching you down here in the basement. Thinking everything's all right.
Well, I was going to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Tammy is the same way.
What are you doing?
Everything's fine for me. I can see you just fine. It's rough in areas, I know, especially bigger cities. I don't know what they're going to do, and it's only going to get until a cure comes out or the vaccine comes out. They're not going to let people get back to normal.
Yeah, well, rents in the Miami are actually dropping. Residential rents are actually dropping. First time in a long time. But the reason is it became so inexpensive to get into homes because of the interest rates. People started doing that. But for a lot of those cities, a lot of these companies have learned a lesson in this when they went to telecommute and put, hundreds of thousands in total, tens of thousands by corporation. They move them out and say just telecommute. A lot of them have been educated and learned that they can just continue to do that. And in the long run, that would actually save them money on real estate. That's a big, big factor of especially these older cities. Your Charlotte are young and growing and they don't have as many high rises anyway. But a lot of these older cities with, massive amount of high rises, you'll have a real estate problem if these corporations just say, okay, just you can live wherever, just get the job done. Yeah. I saw a report where they said a lot of those people are actually more productive from working from home.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why.
Well,
they're not off hiding in the bathroom, and I worked in a factory. People spend 80% of their day hiding if they can get away with it.
Yeah, we used to call that skating in the Navy.
Yeah.
People that were constantly moving around from department to department, the whole shift, just shooting the breeze, hang out there for 30 minutes, go somewhere else for 30 minutes. So, and then it's lunch, then they start over. And by the time the shift's over, they haven't done anything of any use.
Or even if they do, you got the people that just hurry up and get their quota done, and then they still piss off the rest of the day. I know how it is. I don't know how you get away from it all.
Yeah, that reminds me of a guy. I was in a unit, a chopper unit. We swept for mines in Chesapeake Bay, and this guy was just a notorious skater, and they just couldn't get him to properly function.
MB Heritage Farms, listening on the mobile.
Hey, there we go.
At work or something.
But he was causing problems in other departments, just by being there and running. He's slowing other people down trying to get work done.
Yeah.
So any opportunity where they needed something delivered to the other side of the base, they would give it to him because they knew if it took 15 minutes, he'd be gone 3 hours. But at least he wasn't bothering other people in our unit.
Right.
You know,
Oh, I know what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, if it was private corporation, of course, it just would have been fired. But you know, Navy, they just ride it out till it expires. You don't get promoted, and then they just boot you out at that point. But in the meantime, they got a problem. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to throw up that. There's Kevin. There's MB. I just wanted to throw up that idea on the Christmas tree, the kitchen Christmas tree.
Yes.
The rosemary tree. So
I think that's a great idea, the rosemary tree. Or any herb tree would be a great thing to do. And did you like the idea of decorating with kitchen utensils, cookie cutters and things like that?
Yeah, I've actually seen that done. Her stepmom does things like that, and that's where I've seen that. She uses
crazy Christmas.
Stars.
We don't decorate that much. I know some people do though. They go all out. Boy, I'm not a big decorator on any holiday though. I like watching decorations. We're gonna go uptown. Her brother played Santa all weekend. I don't know how I missed that. We missed it. They have a big Christmas cruise through up at our fairgrounds, and they started early this year because they didn't have any fair or anything. And there are a ton of lights up there, tons of lights.
Yeah.
And the first weekend you could go was this weekend. Now they had a 5K run Saturday, but if you paid $10, you could go in and walk around it and see it. I should have done it. And did a walk around vlog, but I didn't even know her brother's up there full dressed out Santa Claus doing Santa Claus up there, and we completely missed it. He finally posted today. I'm like, how did I miss that, buddy? We should have come up there and filmed you.
Yeah.
That would have been great. But we're gonna go up there and film the lights for sure. So
yeah, we like the lights. We like to drive around. There's a neighborhood around here that they all put out these candles and glass balls. You know, all the streets are lined with these things. And then, you know, not all houses, but a lot of houses then add their lights to it. So it's free entertainment is what it is. It's just a community effort on their part, but a lot of other folk get out of it. We have a place. You ever heard of Tanglewood in North Carolina?
I've heard of Tanglewood. I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah, it's basically gardens, camping, outdoors type place. It was R.J. Reynolds' estate.
Okay.
Like the man, him and his wife, and then they just gave it and said now it's a public facility. But they have lights, and you drive in there. It's probably about a maybe 2.5 mile drive, but your speed limit is limited.
Right.
You know, like 10.
And they got Christmas music on the radio that plays along with it.
That's right. That's right. You can tune into it local, get the music, and then all the fields, they have all these different displays. It's very, very cool. And when you get to the end, they have I'd say it's about a 16-foot diameter natural gas fire pit.
Nice.
Where you do your marshmallows and s'mores and stuff. And then a gift shop beside it where you can buy stuff. And you can either exit at that point, or you can come back on another loop and repeat the process.
Wow.
That's one of those things, everybody's in their car. They'll probably shut down the store and the fire pit, but they don't have to shut that down due to the pandemic because you're not interacting.
Right. You're just driving through it.
Yeah, you're just driving through it. So that's pretty cool. Probably do that.
That's probably what they'll do here too. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. They also allow people to buy Christmas cards, like giant Christmas cards, and you can have them designed any way you want. Like some people do it for their parents that have passed or family members or their business or whatever. And they just look like giant Christmas cards that are lit up. And then they say whatever you want. And right towards the end, you're driving through all these Christmas cards that people put out, which is pretty cool too.
Oh, wow.
So you got businesses wishing the town a Merry Christmas, or a family wishing the town a Merry Christmas, or whatever.
Or honoring the loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of those.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea too.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's pretty neat seeing everything. So, but the decorations are really cool. They're all most of them are animated, and it's fun.
I think it grows every year.
Oh, it's huge this year. They did the roofs and everything. They didn't do that ever, but they've got lights all over because they got all the the horse barns and all the animal barns down at the fairgrounds. We have a very small town, but right down the road is Mark Center. That's even smaller than Hicksville. Hicksville's like 3,000. In the community is probably about 3,000 citizens, and Mark Center it's probably 500, maybe less citizens, maybe 100, 200 citizens. But that's the center between us and Defiance, which Defiance is the large city around here, and we live in Defiance County, and Defiance County Fairgrounds is in Hicksville. So we don't have much in Hicksville, but we do have the fairgrounds for the county. And
I like places like that. We're on the edge of this small city, but literally, go mile one direction, it's a peach farm, and then once you hit that peach farm, everything after that is a farm for 40 miles.
Yeah.
And then north of us, it's the same way. In fact, where I live was a farm a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, most places were. If you could grow things, you were a farm. The only place it wasn't a farm is where the soil wasn't fertile.
Yeah. Well, this was at one point the frontier of the British Empire. So as long as white people have been here, there's always been this downtown that's slowly come out. So not too long ago, where we were was the edge of the city. It was like you have a city. And it's just it was an immediate transition to farmland, very, very peculiar. But
like the city grew into the farmland.
Yeah, that's what's happened. So on the edge of this city that's been here since 1750 are all these subdivisions now, but every single one of them is setting on what was originally an operative farm. Right. This one was actually pine trees too. I mean, it was a full-fledged everything farm, but on the upper knoll of it is they just grew pine trees for the tar and the wood and the pulp, way back when.
So what do you have, a couple acres of that?
Yep. I got a quarter. That's it.
Quarter acre?
That's all I got. Yeah. I wish I had.
What are you growing this year in your canister?
Say it again.
What are you going to grow in your canister that we have to grow for this year?
Oh, for 2021?
Yeah, you got to have one thing in a canister.
Last year was about a 17-foot tall.
That tomato was in a pot?
Yeah, one of those, yes. Yes, one of those, let's see how many I had. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 5 total. But I put the one, and that got lost over the season, because people aren't going to go back and watch every video you made. Right. And I didn't have enough sense.
I tried, but man, there's so many things out there. It's hard to watch them all.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was part of that experiment. Behind that big stand of okra was about a 3-gallon container with one of those 17-foot tall tomato plants in it. I just did it to see what the difference would be, and there was none. So, of course, now you're talking that thing is about 14 inches deep in soil, so that's plenty for the root. I just didn't think it would keep up with the ones that were in the ground, but it did. So, I don't know. I guess since it's part of the competition, I guess I got to do something, but I might just take those videos from last year and say, here, look at this.
Well, they didn't. Yeah. They didn't. Yeah. Try to do it again. You won't have that same luck, though. Sometimes things grow better one year than they do another for whatever reason. Genetics, probably. It's just like a giant, guys that grow to be 7, 10 foot tall, 9 foot, whatever.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to grow in a container?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking either a Brussels sprout or, I don't know, something I haven't grown yet. Probably.
I've got some of the garlic you sent me in 3 different containers already.
Really? Well, that'll work because that grows all next year.
Yeah, it's already there. So I might just point to that and say, hey, you can do this. But I'm telling you, this fall was so warm. My garlic, almost every bit of it, man. I'm worried because it's like 10 inches.
That's okay. Mine was last year.
Do okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them didn't get as big as they should have, but yeah, we got a lot of garlic. And it'll do good enough. It did well enough.
You still have any of the oregano left?
I do have a little bit. I think in our shaker.
Use it daily.
The shaker we accidentally brought home from Pizza Hut. It's got about that much in the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's about where we're at now too. I should have saved even more of that stuff. It was just so much of it. It's like, man, I just don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm glad. I didn't have a lot of herbs. I wish I grew more herbs. Every time I don't have a green thumb, she has to start them, and then I keep them going. Even with my seeds, I'll have her put them in the soil because if I do it, they just never come up. I don't know what it is. I'll pick the seeds out. I'll tell her where to put them. She'll put them in there. If I do it, they may never come up.
That sounds like me ordering from a fast food restaurant. If I do the ordering, something's going to be wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
I mean, it's just a fact. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, they get you. They get you too. They trick you. It's not something obvious that they screw up. You'll check it and be like, okay, that looks pretty good. And you'll get home and they'll throw something funny on there you never saw.
Let me tell you how jinxed I am. Now, this is, I mean, it just happens. I don't know what it is. No matter what it is, it happens to me. I was checking out a Big Lots, and they asked about, do you want to be whatever their VIP program's called? You know, a member of Big Lots, so you accumulate points and all. Right. And I said, yeah, sure. She said, well, we can do it right now. So she begins the process, and within 30 seconds, their entire cash, the register system, not just the one she was on, all 3 lines went offline. Okay. So I'm like, well, just forget it. She says, well, we can't check you out till we get this back up. It took 45 minutes for them to get the system back up. People behind that were queuing up, they were mad at me like I did something. I just said, yeah, sure, go ahead. She goes, everything collapses. Nobody got out of that store for 45 minutes unless they just left and got frustrated.
Right.
Yeah, that's just the way it is for me, man. I can go to Bojangles and tell them 3 times what sauce I want with my chicken.
Yeah.
And then either it's the wrong one still or none.
None.
So I just don't order. I just don't. So I feel you on your seeds, man. I don't doubt that a bit. Some things just are.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Nah. All right, well, let me get back off here. I thought I saw somebody. No. Oh, it was MB. Oh, but he's mobile, huh?
Yeah, he's mobile.
Yeah.
There was Kevin was in here for a little bit. Everybody's been in here. I appreciate everybody coming. I hope everybody has a good holiday. It is 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock. So we've been on here for 2 hours now.
Woo!
Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Jules. And everyone have a nice and blessed holiday. We appreciate you coming by. We appreciate you coming and watching this. We're going to do this every Monday, 8 o'clock. We'll have a different topic, or we'll sit around and have some fun, or we'll do something. So come on by, and we'll always allow a panel to come up. As long as we know you, you can come up onto the panel and talk to us about the topic that we have. The only thing we don't allow here is disrespect. So respect the other people in the chat, respect the people on the panel, and everyone.
Thanks for watching. Come on. Bye. Have a happy holidays.
And Kenneth,
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
hopefully we talk to you before Thanksgiving. If not, have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
You said you may go on Wednesday.
Now, Dad's going to be singing on Victoria May. If you're not connected with Victoria May Wallace, she's going to be doing karaoke at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And she wanted Dad to come on her show and sing. So that's going to be
again. You broke
Victoria.
up.
Victoria.
Nope, say it one more time. Victoria
May Wallace.
Yep. May Wallace. Okay. Very cool.
M-A-E, and then Wallace, W-A-L-L-A-C-E.
So Victoria A. Wallace. I've seen her on here. Victoria May Wallace. And I've seen her on here. And that's where Pawpaw's going to be singing, huh?
Wednesday.
What's he going to sing?
I have no idea. She's several people have been asking how come they've not been doing the karaoke shows. Because a lot of people have been missing out on the karaoke shows. Yeah. And I didn't know you just bring me up. But they've been wondering. They've been wondering what happened, and I think she's been wanting to try to bring the karaoke back. So she's taking over the karaoke.
Is Papa gonna sing?
Yeah, I told him that she wanted him to come over to her channel on Wednesday. She's already got the thumbnail up for Wednesday night karaoke.
Let me get on here. Let me make Jules a. Stay on there, Jules. I'll make you a moderator real quick. If I can get on here.
He's already won.
Is he? Oh, I couldn't tell. Are you? You are, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, hold on. Stay on there, Jules. I'll make you a moderator. Oh, there you are. Oh, shoot.
I'm here.
He's
already won.
Is he? Oh, I couldn't tell.
Somebody's got YouTube on.
Are you? You are. I do. All right. There you go. I made you moderator, Kenneth. Also made the funeral host, Toby.
Yeah, he's one.
Never know who I'm going to have in here if we're going to start doing lives. What's that?
He's one of my mods over on my channel, funeral host.
Okay. Yeah, funeral host Toby's a really cool guy. He's got a great family. He said he was doing something with his son tonight, but they're all very creative, good people. All right, guys. You don't have to go home.
Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you around.
Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. And you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. We'll see you next time.